Life didn't give him many choices. All he had left was a piece of dry, cracked land, calloused hands, and a fragile belief in tomorrow. But he chose to begin. No experience, no money, no modern tools, just an old hoe, a few seeds he managed to gather, and a fierce determination. The soil was hard as stone. Every swing of the hoe sent a jolt of pain down his back. Sweat dropped onto the red dust and disappeared, as if it had never existed. The sun was brutal, the wind burned his skin. His hands blistered, his body ached, but he kept going. Day after day, he stepped into the garden before the sun rose. Alone, quiet, he tilled the soil, carried buckets of water from the stream across the hill to nourish the dry patches of ground. Some days, the water was so scarce that he chose to go thirsty, just to give a little more to the seeds. Some days, heavy rains washed away the rows he had just shaped. Other days, the sun scorched everything for a week. The ground cracked, and nothing sprouted. And sometimes, his spirit cracked too. He sat on the ground, back soaked in sweat, staring blankly at the unresponsive soil. "What am I doing?" he whispered. "I've worked so hard, yet nothing changes. The earth stays dry. The seeds won't grow. I'm exhausted." A silence crept in, one that begged him to quit. But then he remembered. He had come from nothing. He had endured hunger, cold, and loss. And if he had survived all that, why would he give up now? So he stood up, picked up the hoe again, started all over, again. No complaints, no excuses. Because he knew, if he kept going, something would change. A week passed, then two. Morning mists, scorching noons, and endless afternoons hauling water. There were days when the only thing he harvested was sweat and fatigue. But in those invisible days, he was quietly planting the seeds of persistence, patience, and faith. No one saw him, no audience, no praise, no spotlight. Just a man working the land no one believed in. And then one morning, in the soft light of dawn, he bent down and saw it. A tiny green sprout breaking through the surface. So small, so fragile, but enough to make his eyes sting. It wasn't just a plant. It was proof. His effort wasn't in vain. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just sat there, looking at it for a long while, and smiled. Because he understood. Every great life begins with something small. And rewards always come to those who don't give up. People often say, to see results, you must wait. But to get results, you must begin. He began, when no one was watching. He kept going, even when nothing had bloomed. And now, as the first seedling rises, he knows for sure, no matter how barren the soil, if you care for it daily, one day, it will bloom.